I'm headed to class right now, and I woke up early this morning, very early. Actually, I didn't wake up early. Let me turn this on because I don't know if y'all can hear me. But my kid woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning this morning, and didn't get back to sleep until now. When I left the house, which is currently now 8:30, 8:35. I'm supposed to be to my class at 9 o'clock, right? So I was just like, okay. And yeah, mind you, it's 8:35, but it takes me about 30 minutes to get there anyway, so I'm probably still gonna be there like right on time. But I like to get there early, you know, so I don't have to rush. I hate rushing and stuff. So he threw off my whole schedule because he got up this morning, early this morning. He got up 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was up with him, like, you know, just up with him. He's just watching his cartoons and stuff. And I couldn't sleep. I couldn't go back to sleep because once my sleep was broken, that was it. Like, I couldn't go back to sleep. So I probably had like a little nap, maybe between 4 and 5. 6 o'clock I was back up. Like, mind you, he was up this entire time from 3 up until the time I got up. I left the house at 8:30 exactly. 8:30. I'm supposed to be there for 9. That is the most irritating thing. If you, oh my gosh, if y'all can relate, just let me know. That is the most irritating thing, when you get up early on purpose so that you won't be late and you still end up being late. Like, that is so annoying. So yeah, so but I'm just trying to make today a good day. And initially I was trying to, this sun is like all up in my face, all up in my face. I don't even know if y'all can see me. Hopefully y'all can see me, I don't know, but whatever. But I was supposed to get up this morning and grab some coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, because, you know, I fucks with Dunkin' Donuts. That's like the only coffee that I like. I don't do Starbucks. I don't do McDonald's cheap ass coffee. Like, I don't fucking deal with Starbucks. I hate Starbucks. It's like crack to people, but I don't get it. Like, I really tried it and I tried to like it, but I can't. Like, I don't get it. I don't get the hype. So I'm not a Starbucks girl. Yeah, so I was trying to go get me some Dunkin' Donuts this morning, Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but due to the fact that I got thrown, my whole entire schedule for today got thrown off. I was just like, okay, well, you know, X-nay on the coffee. But you know, luckily we get out of, it's only a 4-hour class. We get out right at 12, so I'll be done at 12 o'clock. And when I'm off, hopefully I can get a nap in, hopefully. What class I'm taking right now is a medical assistant course, or a little medical assistant course. Before my son, I had no freaking idea. That's why I'm doing it so late, because I'm like 30 going into medical assisting, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just some people find their paths later than most people. Some people find out what they want to do straight out of high school. I wasn't one of those people. So hold on, this is my mommy calling. Hold on. Alright guys, what's up? It is, actually, I don't even know today's date. What's today? I think it's the 19th or something like that, but yeah. So I got kind of cut off in the last video because my mom called and we were talking about something, so it kind of lasted longer than I thought. So yeah, I just thought I'd film or continue to film today. For those of you who are watching this right now, it is during the COVID-19 situation. So we have been home for about, I want to say, a couple days now. Oh my gosh, there's a wasp on my window. And so we're just kind of going through the motions right now and waiting for everything to kind of die down a little. That's my kid in the background. So we're kind of waiting for everything to die down a little bit. So I thought it might be, you know, interesting, or so like I was saying, we're self-quarantining.
self-quarantine. Is that even a word? But mainly in my last clip, I was really just talking about how I am in medical assistant school. And hold on, let me turn that TV. I'm currently in medical assistant school right now, but with all this crazy coronavirus craziness going on right now, my school decided to kind of temporarily close down or shut down. A lot of places, or everybody's kind of doing that right now, like all restaurants and public areas are shutting down temporarily because of the coronavirus. A lot of places are probably not going to be open until next month, but I just heard back from my professor, and she was saying that she's going to go ahead and open class up Monday, I believe, which is next week. So we're gonna see how that goes, and we're just gonna have to take precaution and wear masks and stuff. But my program is not a 2-year degree program. It's actually like a certificate program. So it's about 5 months to complete the program, and so far I've been in the medical assistant program for about a month and a half. I'm actually starting into the healthcare field kind of late, or actually the clinical portion kind of late. But the reason why I chose to go ahead and become a medical assistant in the future, sometime in the future, I actually do want to go into nursing school. My plan was to go or start my classes in the fall, but because of this coronavirus, it kind of, I don't know when that's going to be, so it'll probably be sometime in the fall of this year of 2020. If not, then probably in the spring. So that's when I want to start classes for the nursing program. And I plan on going to Chamberlain University because I am a non-traditional student, and even though they're really expensive, I figure if I can take a couple classes at a community college and then maybe transfer those credits over into the Chamberlain program, then that would probably make it less expensive. I'm not going to say a lot less expensive, but a little less expensive than what it already is. I would go the traditional route by getting the 4-year, going to a 4-year school, or maybe do the ADN. I've considered those, the ADN program, and are going through the ADN route and getting it through community, or getting my RN through a community college. But listen, I'm already 30, and listen, like, I know that's not old, but I don't want to have to wait to take the T's and then I have to be waitlisted. Like, listen, I don't have time for that. I want to go ahead and jumpstart into my career. So I thought that I can take a medical assistant course, like, while I'm in school. Since my kid is going to be going to school soon, I could be working while getting those classes done, or while going to nursing school. I do have a degree in health information, so that's another reason why I chose to go ahead and get through the medical assistant. At the time when I was going to school to take up health information, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, my mom is a professional medical coder. She was trying to get me maybe get into something or get a jump start into the medical field, because I was just trying to find, and this is what before my son was born, so I was really trying to find what I wanted to do, because I had no idea around, you know, when I was out of high school and I was in my 20s, mid 20s. I really didn't know what I wanted to do as far as like career wise. Like, I was so confused and I was so lost. And after I had my son, I knew that I actually needed to, you know, hurry up and find something that I wanted to do so I can better support my kid and, you know, support me and my kid. So at that time, I still didn't really understand, or still didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So I got into medical coding for a little bit. I did take a medical coding course, and my mom was like, you know, why don't you just go to school to become, this is not blended, sorry. She was like, why don't you just go to school and get your degree in health information, just as a start, just, you know, just something to have, like a degree. And at the time, I couldn't go to school anyways because I had a newborn baby and I wanted to be home with my son. So I decided to go to an online course, or go to school online and get a degree in health information. So during that time, I was really learning more about the background of health information, the administrative component, and the what medical coding is and what billing is, and I was learning about insurance and all this other stuff. And in between that time, I was like, you know, it was interesting. Like, I was like, really, this is really interesting. I just kind of started doing a little bit more research. I was like, okay, what else can I do? And I don't know, something just hit me, and I was like, okay, let me start looking into nursing, because I knew at that time that I wanted to be in the healthcare field. Like, at that time while I was in school, I was like, okay, this is interesting to me. You know, I like learning about how medical billing and coding and insurance and stuff, but I was also slick interested in the clinical component of healthcare. So I was like, okay, let me look into nursing. Like, that might be an option. And at the time when I was younger, see, I didn't know anything about this. Like, I thought you had to go to school for 6-7 years to become a nurse or whatever. So that was never really an option for me. I didn't know that, you know, it only took 4 or 2 years depending to become a nurse. So when I started researching what they do and what they did and stuff like that, I really was hyped about it. Like, I was so interested. Like, I was like, I want to become a nurse. Like, this is what I want to do while I'm taking my courses for health information. So I was like, you know what, forget health information, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, you know, this was cute, but I know what I want to do, and I want to go into nursing. Thank God I didn't do that, because the way that I'm planning things right now, it would work so much better, you know, because I stuck with it. And my mom was the one who was because I was already in school, I was already at the school registering to become a nurse and everything. Meanwhile, at the same time, while I was still in school for health information, she was like, no, this is why you can't really accomplish things, because I'm also slick ADD. So instead of just, you know, finishing, in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and forget that, I'm gonna go ahead and do nursing. But she was like, my mom was telling me, she was like, don't do that. Go ahead, if you want to go for nursing, that's fine. I'm glad you finally found something that you're interested in and that you want to do, but finish your HIT degree, get that, and then move on to the next thing. So I was like, okay, well, okay, that, you know, seems a little bit more rational than jumping from place to place. And I was already in school, I was registered, I was literally, I had a year left to go before I got my degree anyway. So I was like, okay, fine, this might come in handy later on, you never know. So I finished it, got my HIT degree, so I graduated, and, you know, I was gonna register to take my RHIT. And I am registered to take my art. By the way, that also moved back. My test date was in May, but it's probably going to move back because of the... But then I started researching, okay, I can do this while I'm in nursing school, right? That was an idea. I can go to school, work a job in the healthcare. I'll be in healthcare, in the healthcare field, with medical billing or coding or something like that. But when I tell you, when I was researching on just jobs to do as a medical coder, entry-level medical coder and biller, you have to have 5 years experience plus a certification. They want experience over anything. You can even have, I can have my RHIT, cool, but you gotta have experience. So I was just I can't get a break. What the crap? So, because I desperately really wanted to work somewhere in healthcare, while I'm in nursing school, that would just be perfect, right? Because I'm still learning things within my field while actually continuing my education within the healthcare field. So I was kind of looking for options that I could do, entry-level work that will probably break open, that'll probably open a little bit more doors for me to go into medical coding or billing, because that is something that I wanted to do while I was in nursing school. So then I came across medical assisting. And once again, me being naive and not knowing, I didn't even know there was such thing as MAs. Like, I always thought they were nurses, but when I researched that, I was like, okay, well, that would have been cool if I was a medical assistant, because they also deal with medical coding and billing, and as well they do administrative, which is kind of what I have my degree in, and they also do clinical portions, which is what I'm going to school in. So it'll kind of open doors for me within both regions, like, you know what I'm saying, like, if that makes sense. Like, it made sense to me, so I don't know if it makes sense to you or not, but I was like, I would have to go to school for like 2 years. Like, I don't want to have to get another degree. Like, I don't want to have to use any more of my financial aid, because I want to plan on using the rest of that for a nursing school. Like, I don't want to have to do that for medical assistant, and this is something that's going to be short term. So then I came across this program that was like God sent, like so serious, like, because it was literally right around the corner from my house. It was not far at all. They were an accredited program, which was to make sure whatever school you go to, you always have to make sure that the school is accredited, because if it's not accredited, then you can't take whatever state license or anything that you need to actually work in the field of whatever it is that you want to do. So the program was accredited. It was literally around the corner from my house, and the hours were like from 9 in the morning until 12. So it's not even like I'm there all day, and I don't have to go every day. It's just Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. That's it. Like, it's not even all day, so I can still be home with my child. I can still study for my RHIT while studying for my medical assistant. So it's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So I was like, this is God sent. Like, why wouldn't I do this? I'm getting billing and medical coding experience, and I'm also getting clinical experience, and I feel like that will help me long term with being a nurse. Certain things like that, the clinical aspect, I'll be a little bit, like, I have a little bit of knowledge of that, and I'll also have a little bit of knowledge of medical and billing. And therefore, like, you know, if a position comes along where I can get a really good job as a medical coder or a biller, I can go ahead and work that while I'm still in nursing school. So I don't know if it makes sense to anybody else out there, but yo, like, it made sense to me. So that's what I'm doing, and that is my plan. So that's what I'm going to be doing these couple of months. As soon as this coronavirus stop being a hater and kind of let everybody be great in 2020, because right now it's not starting off so good. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching if you took the time to watch, and like I said, I'm gonna try to upload a little bit later and upload another video today, if today any. But thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like this, leave me comments and everything. Sorry, I'm being annoying right now, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.